Yes, welcome back. For ages, studies have shown that more money does not make one happy, and being poor does not settle bills either. According to psychiatrist named Gordon Livingston, money can't buy happiness. It can, however, rent it. A lot of people seem to think that money will bring them happiness, or having money is more important than happiness, as you can buy what you want, right? So we ask you, would you rather be poor and happy or rich and miserable? Give us your view. You can call us on 070-8066-8014. You can tweet to us at TVC_ENT #Yourview. Very key. Okay, so it's
rich and miserable.
Oh, you want to be rich and miserable? Why?
I don't care. Because I will use that money to better my life.
How would you better your life? No, let's be sincere here, because people are listening to you and they know the lot of people are following you and I like you. Let us be. How can you actually be rich and then be miserable? What's the point of living?
Wait. How can you be poor and happy? Just answer me that question first.
Let me answer the question.
How can you be poor and happy?
Let me let Jumoke answer.
Proverbs 28 verse 6 says,
don't quote anything.
Better
your own mind.
is the
Tell
poor.
me your own mind.
Listen now, YK. Better is the poor who walks in his integrity than one perverse in his ways, though he be rich. You can be poor and happy because the rich people are the ones who don't sleep. They are worrying about their wealth.
No. That's a judgmental statement. Not all rich people are like that. There's some legitimately rich people that sleep very well.
No,
you don't make a general statement that rich people
are sleeping well.
Illegitimate. I'm saying you are worrying over that
your money.
Dollar is rising, the stock market were being delisted from
The
JP
poor person is also worried about the generator thing is not working, the electricity has not paid this something. So there are worries both ways. I don't think that's the issue. Yes, YK.
They will sleep. Even with their misery, I can assure you that they are sleeping.
How are they
That's
sleeping?
why, as much as they are even criminals and thieves, these rich people, many of them are criminals and thieves. You will see their body, they will be fresh. You'll be looking, this one is drinking orange juice every morning, Then you are suffering. Excuse me, let me just explain why I say, how can you be poor and happy? Let me explain.
Okay.
Because, number one, imagine a poor man sleeping in a room, 10 of them are sleeping in a room, one. I cannot imagine happiness there. That is number one. Number two, NEPA will take lights. Mosquito nets, hole is there. Mosquitoes will now start. So you are sleeping. You are trying to sleep and you are waking up at, you are waking up at 4 a.m. to go to, wait, I can't pause. You are waking up at 4 a.m. to go to one job for one rich oga.
Okay.
And then mosquito is still biting you. So you are not even getting a good night's sleep. Excuse me, tell me that person is happy.
Let me now tell you. Now that's personal. Wakes up.
Personal?
Listen now, what that person wakes up in his own rent that he has paid for. His family, his wife is with him. It's not as if she's cheating on somebody or they don't know where the madam of the house is.
Poor wives don't cheat.
No, I'm just saying they don't cheat.
Say,
where are they going to cheat?
How do you know? How do you know? Are you there? How do you know?
They can't afford it.
They can't afford what? I mean, they will say, this man is not providing for me. Let me go. My landlord is giving me eye.
No, that's the woman. But the men.
I said the men.
The poor men.
The men.
They can't afford it.
Look.
Okay. Let me let Uwa jump in here.
They are even the ones because their wife will say, Joe, you want to come and move? Look, I know one person. He has no money. He has given his wife like 10 children. Now the wife, listen, the wife wears 3 jeans to sleep.
His wife.
Okay,
listen.
She doesn't want action.
Because she doesn't want action. So what will he do? He will go and look for action outside where who he will not give belle. Because the wife, if he just hammers straight, is belle. She has even taken to sleep in another room.
Okay, let me come to Uwa. Because as I said, the objective of the show is a hot topic because we read it online and people were debating about it. We thought, you know what, let's bring it on the show and talk about it because there are people out there who just prefer to be rich and miserable. They rather the Gucci bag, the Gucci shoes, the...
when YK is unhappy, she'll cover herself with her Gucci bag.
Can I say something? Let's put it in perspective. What is the definition of wealth?
Let us first define happiness.
Hold on.
Define happiness.
Wealth is an intangible resource. I think what I've been hearing YK say, or hearing a lot of people say, is that wealth is the material. Wealth has never been about the material, because if you're wealthy on your inside, even if you lose or you go bankrupt today, there is every possibility for you to replicate that wealth, because that wealth was never about what you had physically. So even if I am poor and I have a mindset of a wealthy man, and I'm living amongst those people that are 7 people in one room, because I know that I am wealthy on my inside, it will take just a little time before I leave that setting and move on to a better place and a better and happy life.
Are you talking of the greater beyond, or this?
No, it's not
this
greater
life?
beyond. This life. Now, even the Bible says man shall not live by bread alone. That statement alone, hold on, the statement alone tells me that wealth comes from my mind. So if you say that, oh, because somebody is sleeping in 1-bedroom apartment, that makes that person poor, then you have also defined that lifestyle, that poverty wrongly. Because poverty starts first from your mind.
I would rather choose happiness, which is a state of mind. You can have it if you're rich. You can have it if you're poor. So happiness is what I choose. I choose to be happy and rich. Now, talking about the mind, if you are happy,
that's not the question. No. They say poor and happy, rich and miserable. It's not poor and happy and rich.
If you are happy within, happy is that you are content, regardless of your financial state, be it small or zero or in billions. You are content with yourself, with your God, with your family and relations. In that state, you have a positive mindset, which will eventually bring wealth.
Okay,
let us even say that happiness and wealth were impossible based on this debate, that you only can be happy if you're poor. When you are happy, regardless, like I said, of your financial state, you will sleep well. You will enjoy, when you are drinking Gary, in your state of happiness, it's not Gary, it's the way the rich man is enjoying his chicken that you will enjoy your Gary.
Excuse me.
Now let me paint this scenario, Waiki.
I think you need to go and do Vox Pop. I mean, how is that thing that you do? And go and ask, because you are this one you are talking, you are living in a, this is fool's paradise that you are talking about. Let us hold things in perspective. If I am poor and I am living in one room, 10 of us are sleeping in the room, mosquitoes are biting me every day, I don't know where happiness is coming from. Excuse me, happiness, yes, can come from within. I'm not, because you are now speaking philosophical, you'll be happy, you'll be happy, you'll be there. You want to be, you are making sure. Let me say, you can live, and then you'll be happy from within, even if you are 10 in one room, even if mosquitoes are biting you, even if you don't know where your next meal is coming from. Excuse me. You are not living in that man's pockets. Okay. You are not living in that man's life.
True.
None of us here are living in that man's life.
True.
So we are now talking. So happiness coming from where?
Let me paint this picture. A young lady, right, grows up in this quote unquote poor family, very very humble family, where they were like 10 in a room, and somehow she had the wealthy mind. She had a mind. Her mindset is like, listen, I want to live wealthy. Now she tried everything, nothing happened. She doesn't want to sell her body, but eventually she had to get some money, because in her mind, she wanted to leave where she's coming from. Suddenly, she doesn't care about love, and all she wants is to get married to a rich man, because that's her dream.
Yes.
So she sees a man who is married with his wife and his children, and the man is maybe having some issues, and suddenly sees her, and she's willing, in fact, she enjoys being the lady, the mistress. She enjoys it. She wants to just have all the Gucci, travel to this, travel to that, and she's content. Now that kind of person, in her heart of heart, she's miserable that she doesn't have her own children, she doesn't have the man when she wants him all the time, but she's content.
She's also
is that permissible culturally, morally? Is that permissible? Because that's really where this debate stems from. That some women or some men say, you know what, fine, I don't have what is defined as, but at least I have money.
Morayo, let me quickly answer this situation.
Yes.
Now, for the time being, maybe for all of 5 or 10 years, when she gets out of poverty, she's happy with herself. but that's not true happiness for the rest of your life. Sleeping alone, traveling alone, all your friends are there because you are wealthy. They are gossiping behind you. They're not really your friends.
It's a lie.
If you lose your money, these same friends who are your friends because of this money will disappear. If you, for instance, fall ill, you are alone inside your house, nobody to even, no companionship, nothing. That's not true happiness also.
Okay, I want to take a quick break.
YK
says that it's a lie. Let me take a quick break. When we come back, we'll find out why YK said it's a lie. We'll be right back. Yes, so welcome back. Now, YK was saying it's a lie, but let me come to Uwa first. I know Uwa wants to go jump in.
Now, for me, because there are people out there that are in the state of, like, I'll call it, is a temporal situation. I mean, being in a state where you don't have money to eat, you don't have anything, the next meal, you don't know where it's coming from, it's temporal. But if you focus on that and claim that to be your reality, that is where you have a problem, because you continue to live a life of struggling. A lot of people don't understand that wealth is also integrity. Wealth is goodwill. Wealth is not physical. If I have integrity, I can go to my suppliers, for instance, because I have integrity. I can collect goods worth 10 million naira without dropping a dime, without dropping a check. They release it to me because they know that anywhere I'm going to, my conscience will not say that I will not take their money and I'll run away. Can't I now can't I draw resources from those angles? Why would I focus only on the monetary part of the wealth? So for me, YK, it might sound like I'm being theoretical, but I'm saying this because I have seen the power of the mind. The strongest part of any human being is your mind. If you allow your mind to put you in that state that you are poor, and you now feel it on your inside that you are poor, then you remain poor and miserable for the rest of your life. So for me, I think we should focus on helping people liberate their minds from that poverty mindset.
So a young guy or a young girl, like Nicki Minaj's ex that was saying that he's happier now.
That he has left
all the money and all that he has peace of mind. But for some people, using your own example now, a young person, I always use young girls because they're the ones that are always very susceptible to this kind of temptations. A young girl, fine, she feels hopeless because she's coming from this negative background. But if she has integrity, where even in the little things, she's able to have enough people who believe in her, she might not need to go and meet Alaji or go and meet a chairman or chief and be his second wife. Because then she'll be able to draw from that resource and create her own wealth. That's what you're saying.
Let me give you a story for this young girl thing you're saying. I know someone, sorry, YK. I know someone I was counseling. She came from a very poor background, and she now became like a sex worker in school. She's sleeping around and paying her school fees. And I told this lady, come, I spoke with Tope. Tope was willing to give her free makeup lessons. Per makeup, don't we know how much we pay if we are going for a wedding? I said, you can make money without having to defile your body. You can make money in a genuine way. She refused to do that because already that mindset she has is that if I want to make money, I have to do this. So that is what we need to correct.
Amos, are you there? I'll come to you, okay? Amos, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I want to contribute to the subject we are discussing.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a very broad topic, precisely. But let me be frank with you. There is no way you can be poor and say you are happy. It's never possible. If you want to get fat, go to the poor people. You can talk it from the physical angle, the spiritual angle.
So
on the spiritual angle, when the Lord returned the Kabir of Zion, they were like, that someone to say that something that you have lost, and God brought it back to you. You will be dead happy. Like when you are living in poverty before, and God suddenly make you rich, you'll be extraordinarily happy. Now there's no way you can be rich and say, though there will be a little challenges that will make you unhappy, but living a poor life, I say somebody will be happy. A lot of things, distractions, your mind can never be concentrated. And to my own definition, somebody that is poor is somebody that is lack any idea.
All
Also
right.
have an idea.
Thank you so much, Amos.
Yeah, sure.
YK.
Thank you. I was going to answer Uwa. I was going to say, you see, you are defining prostitution now. I'm not advocating prostitution. I'm not saying that, oh, you have to sleep with a man.
No.
I've
not said you're saying.
No,
Let me have
I'm
finish.
defining poverty and wealth
Yes.
and riches. And I'm saying, put yourself in a poor man's place. Because none of us sitting here, no matter how much we say we don't have money, I can assure you that we are not poor. It's the truth. We are not rich, but we are not poor. Now, if I'm talking of our own kind of poverty, which is to the poor man, you are wealthy. A woman came to meet me, and it's because she sees me on the show, because when they see me on the show, they think I have one kind of money. Came to meet me. She doesn't have money for operation. 15, she's been bleeding for the past how many weeks. She was not a young woman, and she's not period. And for me, it sounds serious. I could only give her my widow's mite. And I told her, I said, look, if you look at my stuff, I have my own bukata that I am carrying. But you have come with your problem, let me give you this. And I pray that you find, listen, let me finish. I pray that you find. Now that woman, tell me that if one kind of money came into her life, because she's poor, she has to go around begging, looking for money. There is no how you can define happiness. She's not selling her body, she's not doing anything. And don't even quote prostitution, because
Please, can I finish?
Can
Can I
Let me take
respond?
Hakim. Let me take Hakim's call. Hakim, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Morning, please go ahead.
Good morning.
Morning.
Moreover, I disagree with you this morning.
Okay.
Jumoke, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
I always agree with you, but I disagree with you this morning.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
You can never be poor and happy.
Everybody's on YK's side this
can.
morning.
You can never be poor and happy. It's a lie. You will better be rich and not be happy.
Okay.
Because if you have money in your pocket, you will never be hungry.
Thank you.
Money doesn't buy
All right,
happiness.
thank you.
But
Thank you,
it buys
Hakim.
food.
But let me.
Can I explain something? I want to say.
Hold on,
But it buys
Who
food in
wanted
the
to
stomach.
respond
I want
to
to
that?
respond to
But
YK.
she
Hold on,
spoke
please.
twice
Sorry.
now, and I was waiting
See all
to
of you.
talk. I wanted to reply
No,
her
before
also.
you reply me,
why
I
can't-
want to say, see Morayo and Uwa. By themselves, they are not eating, By themselves, they say they don't want to eat. Let me take the food away from you by force, whether you will not be looking for
Can
the
I
food.
explain something to you, YK?
No, but
We need to
hold
Poor
on
man,
now.
poor
Hold on,
man is
YK.
skinny because he's not
YK,
eating.
Okay, wait.
He has no money to eat.
you need to differentiate riches and wealth. You need to differentiate. Listen, because you see, this thing that we are preaching, we're not
Go
here.
and live in one
Hold
room
on, YK.
for
Hold
1
on.
month and tell me you will be happy
Guys,
again.
nobody can hear us again. Nobody can hear us again.
There is absolutely no human being on earth that does
Yeah.
not have a value.
Okay.
There is absolutely nobody that does not have a value that you bring to the
That is
table
very
to
good.
get wealth,
I
to
agree.
get to
Okay,
yes,
I
hold
agree.
on, to get money in return. What you are saying is
what
riches.
value are you talking about?
Hold on, there's a
We
difference.
all have value.
Listen,
Okay,
YK,
there's a difference between
there's a
riches and wealth.
difference between
Okay, let me
riches
let you pause.
and wealth.
I have a call.
Wealth is something that comes from your inside, whether
Okay.
we like it or not.
Okay,
You can never be
so
wealthy.
Maybe
if
we're
it
talking
doesn't
about
come from your
riches.
inside.
Pause. Let me take care of this call, then I'll come to Jumoke. Kayode, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, please
Good
go ahead.
ladies.
Morning.
Good morning.
Previously, some times ago, one lady saw some money in the airport.
12 million, right?
You remember?
Yes.
Yes.
Is she poor or rich?
She was poor.
Is she happy?
Yes, she is.
I disagree with the last caller.
Thank you
Wealthy,
very much. That's my
riches,
point of view
They
also.
differ. Comfortability is the best.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Now, I wanted to respond to YK to give an example of a man who was driving in his Rolls Royce. A beggar walked up to him and was begging him for money. And the man wound down looking at the beggar and said, I wish I was in your shoes. He had all the wealth that he needed,
All
but
the
he
riches.
didn't have
All
he
the
didn't
riches.
have legs. Now, you can still be rich and unhappy. That's why I said I choose happiness. That is regardless of your accounts. You can have all the money in the world and have a disease that your money cannot cure. This lady that is poor, we thank God that she only needs 15,000. What of rich people that have diseases that their money cannot help them out?
What of the poor
Dora
people?
Akunyili was not poor in any way. Adadevo was not poor in any way. There are people who are wealthy and they still go through the same things that poor people go through.
What of the poor people that are sick and they don't have money to cure themselves?
That their own. Shebi, you can still find money.
You
If
can
you
still
go to your
source,
family, you can source money.
Source it where?
YK, Shebi she came to you, you gave her your widow's mite.
Okay, let me take Toye's call. Toye, are you
I
there?
need to say something.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
I want to talk.
Huh?
I said, what about Sandra? Not the same. Sandra.
She's not around. Yes.
Okay, please, the topic for today. I like what you're doing and help you the most. The topic for today actually is good for one to be rich. But on the other hand, you can also be poor and be happy. That is the best. Because if you have riches and you are not comfortable, I mean, you are comfortable and yet you are not happy, it's a miserable life.
Okay.
The best thing for you to have, you can be poor and you be happy. That is the best.
All right. Thank you, Toye. I think I like the previous caller's position where it's actually more about contentment.
Yes, so.
Regardless of how much money you have in the account, you might have a lot, you might not have a lot, but once you are content with that which you have, and you have that basic happiness,
Something happened.
You should be.
I have a personal story.
Okay.
When I recently got married and we were living our life and all that, I wasn't happy. But it's not like I didn't have anything. I didn't have everything around me. At my beck and call, I could do anything and I'll get it. You can be in a state where you have a lot of money. If your mind is not at peace, if your mind is not happy, there's absolutely no way that money will make sense to you. I pray that God should take away everything that was making me unhappy. It wasn't about physical wealth. But listen, now I am back to status quo. But let me tell you something. I am happier now because I know that inside out, it is happiness inside out. I cannot use Rolls Royce to blindfold an unhappy mind.
Look, hear from her side.
I understand what she's saying.
Is it possible that it's because you had the basic stuff?
Thank
that
you.
time. Now, there's some people that don't even have the basic stuff.
Basic.
So
Can I
basic,
explain
even
something to you?
regular something to eat.
Let me tell you something.
Also,
Even when I was a student, let me tell you something. That man that called has said it all for us. It is contentment.
Yes.
Even when I was a student, there were so many opportunities for you to do shady things to get money. But my mother raised me up. She raised all of us up to be content with whatever it was that we had. So at that point, it was not much, but yet I was still giving.
Okay.
So it is not about what you have physically. YK.
Listen, I am not saying go and steal.
yes.
Because I wouldn't steal.
Definitely.
Listen, I wouldn't steal to become rich. I wouldn't do
Have a
anything
call.
criminal to become rich. Answer the call. Let me
Austin,
finish.
are you there?
Yeah, good
Please,
morning.
go ahead. Please.
I'm also calling from prison. You people are making things up. The last caller that talked about that woman that saw money in the airport. First thing I want you to notice, that woman, she's working. She has a place to go every morning. So that woman, she's not poor.
7,200 per month.
I know, excuse me, please. See, I like Auntie YK has said. Let Uwa go and live in one room and see the definition of poor. There's no how you can be poor and be happy. It's just true. And again, how many rich people have you seen that is living a miserable life?
They don't show it outside.
But the poor people are showing their own, Sha.
Listen.
But the poor people are showing their
Well, I
own.
think
Let
somehow,
him finish. Let
somehow
him finish.
I think he's still. I think he's
Listen,
gone.
let
Austin,
me
are you there?
answer him now.
Austin, are you there? Is
please,
it possible that we
no,
are
I
saying
was
the
going to
same
say
thing in
something.
different ways? Is it possible?
I think
because
so.
the
Why,
truth
yeah,
is
we're
that
saying the same thing.
I think we're saying the same thing in different ways because the truth is that, for example, there are some people that even if you as they are right now, give them visa to go outside the country, and they are content. They don't want to come back to Nigeria because they've seen how things are. But someone like you will travel abroad
And come back home.
You come back
The
home.
first
It's not a
thing-
big deal. Now, listen to the difference. So the man is poor all his life. He has lived in I face you, all them. Suddenly he gets visa and he goes to America. He's content with, I can have a house, I can have a car, and he stays there permanently because he's content. That's the basic thing.
Right.
But you want more because it's not just about you just traveling abroad to see burgers and everything. You want to come back and invest and make real wealth.
Can I explain
so
something?
pretty much
Mariah,
because
wait,
your
wait,
level,
please.
because of
Let
the
me
level
not
that
lose
you are
this
in.
thought, please. You see, let me tell you why I say that it is important. Somebody is accusing me that I should stop being motivational on Twitter. It is important that we understand the crux of this matter. Why do you see that politicians that are wealthy, or in your definition, or that have riches, yet they still go ahead to steal money because that poverty has not left them from inside of them. So you have everything and it is looking like you don't have anything.
True.
So I am saying that we should focus on killing that poverty from your inside.
Yes.
Then you will see that all these things you're defining, living in a one-bedroom apartment now doesn't make me a poor person. It doesn't make me a poor person.
Gotcha.
It is just a phase that I'm passing through.
Okay, let me take a quick break. But when we come back, we'll take some tweets. Let's take about 4, 4, 5, 5 tweets. We'll be right back. All right. Twitter has so many tweets. So
May I start? Nigeria,
4, 4 for each.
Nigeria IT Job says there are people in this country, in Nigeria, that cannot see 20,000 naira in a whole year. I've seen it firsthand. Jay Forte says, connotation of richness spiritually means wayward, broad, recklessness. Poor means a confident self-esteem and joyful heart. Jolly says, there is difference between poor and less privileged. If you are poor and you can be happy, and you may be rich and miserable.
Joyful Fabric says, Jumzo Uwa, take a trip to the ghetto and see poor people. If you are comfortable, you can't say you are poor. You can't say you are poor. Poverty is a disease. Olarewaju says, you can be as rich and wealthy as Dangote, but still not finding peace in your soul. Same when you're poor. Olusegun says, can someone differentiate between the word poor and poverty? Himalua says, Uwa's speech is motivational. She's implying that even though you are poor, there is hope for a brighter tomorrow. Hashtag contention.
Aware Toyin says, God bless you, Uwa and Jumoke. Happiness is a state of mind. Wealth has to do with more than finances. Ask says, your hot topic at times, eh? Which one is rich and miserable, and not to mention poor and happy? Oh, God. Then Abayomi Ibrahim says, I gbadun your talk at Yanikuti. Poor man do cheat as well as this paraga and bread seller. You can't be poor and happy.
Can I have a call from Taraba State? Aminu, are you there?
I'm there.
Good morning, Aminu. Go ahead, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm 100% Hello.
Sorry?
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm 100% supporting
100% what?
Hello.
You're 100% what?
Oh, the line is terrible.
The line is terrible. I do apologize. Okay.
Yes, I was trying to say before you people interrupted me with your bad bellies, that I am not saying that you should steal money to become rich. I am not advocating the political thieves, people who have plundered this country. I am not advocating it. I am not saying it is good. What I am saying is that if you go and live in the poor man's shoes, come to my area, come and see how poor people have to drink water. They will see pipe bomb water flowing from the gutter, and that's where they will fetch their water to drink. That is poverty. That cannot be happiness. No matter how content. Listen. Let me finish. No matter how content you are, but oh, my life, I'm a good person. If I have to drink water from the gutter, I will not be happy. I cannot be satisfied.
Okay, now take that man.
That is all I'm saying.
Take that man, Waike, that same person. Take him to Banana. Where's that place? Banana Island.
Take me there.
Take him to Banana Island, for example, right now, right?
Let me take your house.
Waike, I'm almost done. Take that man who is taken from the gutter and he's living well. Put him in Banana Island with HIV disease, AIDS, right? And tell me, would he rather have that in Banana Island or be healthy and drinking from where he's drinking from?
Even if it's not, there are people living with HIV.
Murayo,
no,
listen,
that's the comparison.
Can I even finish? Let me help your point. Let me help your point.
HIV now.
Listen, forget HIV. Even if he doesn't have HIV, take that man to Banana Island, give him 1 year. That entire property, wealth, everything will go down. If you take me to where he's staying, give me 1 year. I will move from where he is back to Banana Island. That is what I am saying, YK.
Let me take IJ's
Focus
call.
on your inside.
IJ, are you there?
Yeah,
That's the point. You're right. Go ahead, IJ.
Okay. I have to start with the lady in red.
Yes.
She's complicating a very simple issue.
Hey,
Yeah. See, this is not motivation. This is simple, plain truth. Poverty is not good. Poverty makes people unhappy. The present situation of the country now is because almost half of the population are poor. They cannot afford the basic amenities of life. Okay, let's look at ourselves and the improved countries, the developed countries. There's food, shelter, clothing, transport, free health services.
Thank you.
Those things are basic amenities of life,
So even
which you
for
can
people
actually
like
afford. Even if you can't afford it, there's insurance, there's things that have been put in place.
Thank you.
The lady in blue is talking about contentment. Contentment, even in the Bible, you're right, too. In the realm of the spirit, contentment is higher than wealth and riches, but man, you cannot do without wealth.
Okay, what's your definition of wealth?
My own definition of wealth?
Yes.
Well, see, my dear, that's what I'm still saying. You are looking at it from a very... Look, I read a book. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
No reality.
There was actually a paradigm. It's a paradigm shift you're talking about.
Not paradigm shift, the level of
pyramid.
They spoke about somebody in that particular book that was in
the train station. I know the story.
In the Nazis and everything. He was in the prisoner of war camp. But he imagined himself out of that particular place where, even they were torturing him, he wasn't feeding well. He saw himself somewhere out of that particular environment.
I have to let you go because I have too many calls coming in. I have a long list of calls, but I thank you for your call.
Respond to IJ
yes, let me
by
come to Jumoke.
saying that I thank God for where I am today, but I've not always been this comfortable. I will not say that I've also been so poor that I had to drink water from the streets, but I've always had wealth in my mind.
Thank you.
Wealth in the sense that my parents, regardless of their status, they weren't poor,
wealthy.
But regardless of their status, they showed me to God from very young. From that very young age, I knew that in Christ, regardless of my physical surroundings, I am a rich person. So I focused on because of God, I can never, ever be poor. And I'm saying it again. Because of God, I will not be poor.
So those that are poor, Uncle, what happened?
No, I don't know why some people are poor. Hold on, YK.
Hold on. You may be... It's them that have been...
YK, listen. You may be born into a poor family and you believe in God. And eventually you come out of there. Many rich people today were not born into rich families. We're told stories of how they were hawking on the street and didn't go to school. I have a friend whose father slaved to become
our
rich.
former president did not have shoes.
No, yes,
three of us.
So,
yes.
He didn't have shoes now.
The point
but he became president of Nigeria.
The point I'm driving at is that if you are poor today and you believe the God who made you and what he says about you, you can come out of that
position. A lot of
position.
poor people say that they do that all the time, but they're still poor.
Ashimolowo was hawking on the street.
Yeah.
If you see him till tomorrow, he still has the Gorimakwa there. That's where he was carrying tray and hawking all over the place. He's a billionaire today. Let me say something, YK. The whole essence, why I came to this chair, hold on, YK. Why I came to sit down on this couch today, it is not to say the obvious. So nobody should tell me that I'm being motivational or I'm speaking from a spiritual realm. The truth is that anybody that successfully takes up what you think about yourself from your mind has taken your life. So if somebody can sell to you that you are poor and you take it that you are poor, then you are doomed.
Even if they take you to Banana Island,
you will be poor.
That's it.
So what I am to Banana Island, I will be rich.
What I am
you don't have poverty in your mind.
Take me, excuse me.
You don't have poverty in your mind.
If you, when I'm coming out of the studio, if you see, excuse me, if you see me coming out of the studio today and you stop me and say, Auntie, I believe you need to be in Banana Island, I will go. I will follow you. Don't mind them. Don't take me to go and live in Alagbole inside gutter. I saying, look, I'm only speaking from reality. Look at Boko Haram. Who is Boko Haram killing? Is it the rich people they are killing? Is it not poor people they are killing?
Yes.
If they were rich, would Boko Haram see them to kill? How many people have you heard that Boko Haram did?
They attacked Buhari. They attacked Buhari.
I said, have you heard that there should be Buhari say he's poor? Buhari said he's poor.
No, it's not the kind of poor that is drinking from gutter.
Oh my goodness!
I have to close the show.
Okay, can I give a word of comfort?
On that note, we end the show.
No, Murray, you have to comfort people. This work is bad news.
You know,
Continues on
bad news.
We go to Radio Continental.
We never be at that.
We continue on Radio Continental. Let us continue. We will all go to Radio Continental and conclude. All right. God bless you. See you tomorrow. I can't even conclude again. Bye bye. What is it?